Some were complete blunders, others were just kind of unlucky. So without further delay, here are 3 dang-its from the past week. First, we go to Edmonton, but the offending team, Montreal. Specifically, Antti Niemi.
Behind the net for Draisaitl. Near side, McDavid back up top. Here it comes from Benning, and he whistles it wide. It goes in. A favorable bounce for the home team, and it's 1-0 for Edmonton.
Oh, come on. See, this is an actual dang it. They didn't do anything wrong. It was a fluke. But sometimes a fluke or luck is the result of hard work, and the Oilers definitely had it on this play. Great puck movement. Montreal trying to catch up, but they can't. Matt Benning with a blast from the point. Hits off the boards. It's coming back out. Antti Niemi doesn't know where it is. Oh, dang it. And to make matters worse for Montreal, it would pretty much be that kind of night. The Oilers winning 6-2. And out of the 6 goals that the Oilers scored, that was the first. Dang it. On to dang it number 2. Hey, did you hear Tom Wilson was back? I don't know if that got any coverage. Did that get any coverage? There's no one there. Tom Wilson returns to the Washington Capitals lineup against the Minnesota Wild after serving 16 games out of his 20-game, 14-game suspension. Remember, if it makes sense, it's probably not the way things are. So the Capitals are struggling. Tom Wilson is just chomping at the bit to get back in the lineup, and he crashes the net, and
Orlov carries in. Wilson driving the net, deflects it by Dubnyk, and the Capitals have a 2-0 lead.
This might be the most Tom Wilson thing to ever happen. Wilson crashes the net, scores a goal, but he makes contact with Minnesota Wild goalie Devan Dubnyk, specifically his head, and he gets a goalie interference penalty. Oh my goodness, what a way to get a goal called back. Wait, I'm sorry, the goal wasn't called back? Wait, I'm sorry, how is it goalie interference but the goal still counts? What, was the goalie interfered with after the whistle? Is that the hubbub here? Look, Tom Wilson is a complicated figure. I have criticized him in the past. I'm not sure they should have shortened his suspension, but I look at this play and I go, what was he supposed to do? People often talk about contact being unavoidable. Yeah, there. But they deemed it wasn't, but also that it was a goal and fine. So even though he picked up the goal, Wilson had to be sitting in the box like, dang it. That's one I just don't get. And number 3, New Jersey and Pittsburgh duke it out. Literally.
Had lost his stick. The Penguins able to dodge that. Kessel lined up for a check by Brett Cini, but able to shoot in. The Penguins complete a change. Will Butcher, long lead pass. But a fight breaks out behind the play. Couple things going on. Jesper Bratt looked like he had scored, but the whistle had sounded, and behind the play, a fight had broken out. At least somewhat of a scrap between Kessel and Cini.
Did you catch all that? The New Jersey Devils struggling this season. So are the Pittsburgh Penguins. Both teams want to win. The Devils break out of their zone, enter Pittsburgh's. They look like they score a goal. The building goes nuts. The whistle had gone before the goal was scored. The Penguins sort of stopped playing. It probably wouldn't have even been a goal had the whistle not gone. Why was the play blown dead? Because Brett Cini started a fight with Phil Kessel.
A little bit of a slash. Here he is stepping up. Kessel gives him a little whack. Then there's a conversation. And Kessel said, the heck with that. He went right at him. They both dropped the gloves. Can you believe it? This is incredible stuff. Meanwhile, the Devils are going the other way.
So Cini and Kessel, they had this thing going. They clearly don't like each other, but it came at the cost of a Devils goal in a game that at the time was still wide open. The Devils only had a 2-1 lead in the second period. And this is actually a 2-pronged dang it. 1, Cini canceled out a goal for his team. But 2, it didn't even count as a fight. Roughing is the call, and unfortunately, Phil Kessel does not have his 3rd career NHL fight. His previous 2 opponents were Chris Russell and Alex Burrows. You could argue this would have been his 4th fight if you include the preseason fight, the whole John Scott kerfuffle. Remember that?
So nobody's going to get more penalty minutes than anyone else.
Here we go. Scott went after Kessel, and Kessel is given. Whoa, this has brought something on.
Yeah.
Kessel is now fighting with Brian Flynn. Goaltender Bernier is out there as well. My goodness.
The reason that's a dang it is in this game, Kessel had a goal and an assist. But because this fight happened and only 3 of the 4 gloves came off, I guess, it wasn't listed as a fight robbing Phil Kessel of a Gordie Howe hat trick. Dang it. To make up for the dang it, luckily for Brett Seney, the Devils would end up winning the game. So those were my dang it's this week. What have I left out? Luckily, we have a comment box down below where you can tell me, hey Steve, you missed this, you idiot. And I can be like, all right, I'm sorry, I'll try to do a better job next time. Dang it. So that is it for this one. Thank you very much for watching. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. Tell all your friends about the great video you just saw. It was great, wasn't it?